Bonnie is giving me some cuddles, okay? Tapping into certain frequencies and doing certain types of readings aren't easy, okay? But then again, being a protector of community can come in many ways. I know personally I've had a lot happen in my life, alright? Which means that I've had people be very weird with me from a very young age in life. You know? And it just means that I'm quite cautious in many ways. Doesn't mean that I don't think people are worth getting to know, okay? I think it's important when dealing with sensitive content, alright? Just make sure you do your self-care and keep yourself in the upright. Whether it be an electric blanket, a weighted blanket, or a hot chocolate, you see, you'd be surprised what small creature comforts can do, respectfully. Every cloud has a silver lining, okay? If you choose to find the lining, that's how you get to have your own story at the end of the day. Some people like to dwell on the pain of the trauma past. Some people use it as a way to rip open wounds so that, they get stuck and they focus on the past in a way that harnesses energy and sympathy from others, okay? I'd sooner try and use that energy to protect others and move in a way that's going to help forward motion and keep the younger generation safe if I can in any way. When you don't get the option to pick your battles, you see, when people bring battles to you when you don't ask for them respectfully, choose how you move, alright? Because when you have to say goodbye to people, you don't know what's going to happen in the future, alright? Be careful who you treat with disgrace, you see, especially when it comes to the LGBT community specifically. Some of us can read you for filth and more, apparently. And sometimes the gifts from those within the communities can vary greatly. When it comes to pouring pain into purpose, and alchemy specifically, a lot of women get credit for the work that non-binary people do specifically. And yet, some of these people would say they're all about the advocacy. Make it make sense, respectfully. When you choose to take from others, okay? Be careful who you're taking from at the end of the day. Some of us, our spirit teams, don't play in a way that's going to let you feel like you're going to get away with it indefinitely, okay? Some of us come from long lines of warriors, alright? And sometimes the friends and the family of choice are people who will help you stand up in the fight. And it's important that you don't stay in the fight for too long, you see. Otherwise you end up being the wounded warrior on the battlefield indefinitely. And if you want to stay that way, okay, fine. Don't force other people to do it with you at the end of the day. I think it's important when you heal and grow to continue to move in a way that's going to help other people to show that it's okay to be kind to your inner child. You can't rewind time, okay? But what you can do is hold space for yourself that honors ways that you weren't honored in the past, okay? And it's okay to row your boat away from people who hurt you, alright? And it's okay to take time to heal and breathe and do selective engagement. People who try to control communication in a way that makes you feel obligated or use a certain turn of phrase that leverages entitlement so that they make presumptions, you see. Be careful with that type of psychology. It's designed to put you on the back foot already. A request is different from a requirement, you see. A request is somebody asking for your company in a way that's reciprocal. A requirement is entitlement. Alright? And some people assume that they have the right to speak to others. And, if you give them that privilege, alright. But you can also rescind that privilege too. Trust your gut instincts in all you do. Some people are still in their wounds, okay? Doesn't make them bad people at the end of the day. Alright, some of them are. Some of them are just straight up bad people, okay? What would the world be without a villain, okay? I just know I choose to definitely watch out for the breadcrumbs these days. Something I don't share often, alright? There was a time in my life where things were very bad, okay? And a company doctor signed me off work, and I drove myself home. And when my then partner came home and I explained the situation, you see, because I was on the watch list for unaliving respectfully. When I explained what was happening, what was the only thing he said? How are you going to pay the bills? And here's me trying not to be dead. Many years later, I'm still going, okay? Don't put money over souls that deserve to be treated with dignity, okay? I'm going to leave it there. Slán.